What is up, guys? It's Mason once again, and I was trying to play a rapid time control, but I wanted to play 10 plus 5. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be very common because I waited for a while and I wasn't getting a game. But we will play this, and let's see exactly how it goes. I mean, I'm playing an opening I haven't played in a while, and yeah, let's see how my opponent deals with it. So we have what is being called here the weight defense. I didn't play the opening, I think, the way I should. I was trying to play a Pietz. I'm wondering about this move. At this moment, there's not a lot of time. There's no increment. So I can't play my usual like slow style. But we can like try and do some stuff here, which will hopefully help the situation. So I'm going to try and play it like a Pietz. That's basically what I'm going to try and do here. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful time with the streams and so on. That's very interesting from our opponent. That's a very strange move from our opponent. I'm gonna go this way. Bishop here is no longer a problem. Okay, pawn push. We have a threat of d4, which is like the basic threat I had there. And yeah, we I don't know. I'm not very much aware of even I'm not sure what's going on in this position. I'm practically like confused. If there's one interesting thing I've learned about like chess, especially in regards to the opening, I've come to realize that the opening is not the way I used to think it was. Like I used to think you had to be like uber precise in the opening. But I realized that with decent understanding in chess, you can, in a sense, play whatever it is you want in the opening, and you still come out fine. That's kind of like how I see the opening now in chess. As long as you understand what you are doing, you will always be fine. I mean, that's my current understanding of the game of chess, if I have to put it that way. Pawn push is something I'm wondering if I should go between this and this, like which is the best option. I am obviously better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have an advantage of pawns, I guess. What I'm trying to do right now is to get my king castled. But I seem to be in a very bad position. I don't know if him going with the rook here to try and double up would be a good idea. I don't get the point of this move. I don't get why he played knight there. I don't see it. I don't understand it. I'm simply going to play this move. I am thinking, I don't know if my thoughts are getting across, but I am thinking about the position, and I do think I'm just better, especially now that I'm like castling. So yeah, my opponent, I don't know, he could have tried this to try and win this pawn. I wasn't like convinced that it worked, but at least it was much better than the option that he's going for now, which I really don't even know. At this point, I don't even know what my opponent is doing, to be frank. He seems to like just be making moves, but the moves don't seem to have any meaning attached to them. Ah, boy. We attack the queen here. Am I playing well? I've been having bad chess days, so I'm a little bit skeptical about my play these days. But again, I am winning. I still just have to like convert the win. That's my major issue. This pawn is not really of a big threat to me. At least not at this point in the position. I have like very simple, straightforward plans. A very simple way to develop my knight is this square. I think coming in here is a good idea. Pawn push doesn't affect me in any way. Hopefully I'm not being too greedy here with this move. Attacks the queen, attacks the pawn, forces my opponent to send the queen back. And from that point, I can maybe make a very decent position. Play a decent position, I would say. Definitely take here. I don't know if I really want to do that. It's happening again. I'm getting overly cautious about my moves. I think this is fine. Taking here would also just be fine, but I don't know. I'm just getting overly cautious about my moves now. This is just what we are looking for. These are the kinds of like positions we are looking for. His guy here is bad, so there's no like real need to take it now. So we can like relax concerning that guy. Okay. I think we can go this way. He plays pawn takes, which is actually the best option. We do have this move. Is he going to attack my rook? I was looking at that. I was like, okay, we can just play this move. I have no back rank issues. My opponent, he can't win this pawn, but then again, the issue is that I win this, and I'm threatening his side here. Plus, I even have the idea of promoting the guy, right? So here, what's he planning? Hopefully this is not wrong, because Queen comes in with check, and that's about it, right? Oh, wait. You can draw? I think my opponent can draw. I think my opponent has queen d8, and then here. Yeah, I think my opponent can draw here. Yeah, I think it's a draw. Oh, he misses it. Okay. That is good for me. Yeah, my opponent had a draw there. I think he actually missed that in his calculation. He did have a draw. I believe my opponent like did have a solid draw option there. I think we go check here. And regardless of where the king goes, should be mate, I guess. It's not mate? Oh, okay. Then I think we should just play this move and win from here. Yeah. We are winning from this point, so there's no need to even stress ourselves. As long as I don't like miss something. Okay. Okay. He has every reason to just resign, but if he chooses not to, I would just keep playing. Or he's just going to do the unsportsman's thing and then not resign. But yeah, so like I said, this opening, we'll do a brief analysis before. Okay, he finally leaves the game. Okay. I would say GG, but because of what he did, I don't know whether to say GG or not, right? So before we go into the analysis board, I want to try and keep these videos very short, at least 20 minutes. Yeah, I've never played this like this. What I normally do in regards to the Pieces, I would go knight. And like let's say my opponent does this, I do have knight here. Then e5. That's like usually how you play the Pieces. But for some reason, I just played this and I haven't played this before. Like, I'm not joking. I don't think I've ever played this before. And I decided to go for this variation. My opponent seems to go uber aggressive here. And of course, because I'm playing in a Pieces kind of mindset, I'm fully like aware of this knight, which is why I play this move. Right? Of course, I'm definitely going to play this, but then here I don't even like my position. I feel like I've given my opponent too much, but my opponent also doesn't seem to take advantage of what I do, right? I don't know if this is a good move, but it does like provoke some stuff, right? So I wasn't so sure, but yeah, this move was not because he was going to castle. I just wanted to break in the center. And even with this break in the center, I wasn't so like confident about it. I was thinking that maybe there was something in the works that I couldn't see. Bishop comes in, then I finally go for pawn push. Actually, Bishop here got me a little bit scared about this idea. And I did not think I was better, right? I thought the position was equal, but I did not like my position. I hated the way I developed. But after this move, then I knew that the position was mine. Because my opponent suddenly forgot that my bishop is no longer blocked because I made this move early. Right, and this is what cost him. So at this point, I know I'm winning because I'm definitely winning a piece, if not an exchange, a piece and an exchange. So I win the knight and I win the rook. You could argue that I could have continued in this way, but I felt king safety was something I had to think about, which is why I went here first. And I was expecting maybe this first or something. I mean, both of them are fine. Yeah, this is good because your queen comes in, and then I expected just this. This is what I expected, right? Because it slows down my castling. I can't just castle. Of course I can. I mean, I'm up in material, but you can imagine this whole like scenario. At least he wins a pawn, but I am still winning. So regardless, I mean, you can't really argue what my opponent did, right? So you'd have to go this way, I guess. So yeah, it was when he played b4, which was like, I mean, that was crazy. b4 is crazy. I don't know what went through his head that he played this move, but this move just blundered him in the position. But yeah, back to the point I was making. In as much as, yes, I do think that this position was very subpar, especially like over here. It doesn't mean that it's unplayable, right? The fact that you played bad in the opening doesn't mean that your position is completely unplayable. And the reason why I'm also not so worried about the engine's evaluation here is I played a Scandinavian, and the engine does not rate the Scandinavian highly. I think the moment you play the Scandinavian, it gives like a plus 0.8. And here, which is the kind of same position here. So, though my opponent, I think, has an edge. And I mean, he should. Like, there's so many things my opponent could have done. Like castle queenside and then really just start, like, pushing in on me. I think that would have helped him more. But maybe this got him thinking. And I guess that's good that got him thinking. Because if you really look at my position, like, what do I do? Like, I don't really have, like, decent moves. Getting my knight here. The reason I wasn't playing my knight here is I was thinking about this g5 move coming up. Because the moment I play it, he could play it. And my knight is, like, eternally over here. My opponent can just keep, like, bringing stuff in. So that's why I was kind of like slow with that whole idea. But the moment he plays this and like, okay, now the position just kind of solved itself, right? Yeah, so I mean, there were advantages and disadvantages of the position I played, but yeah, they did it did end up working in my favor. So that's cool. I think that's cool all in all. Let's quickly go to the analysis board and see what it thinks. Okay. Yeah, so when I'm not streaming, my screen works perfectly. My screen works perfectly when I'm not streaming. But when I'm streaming, it does take a bit of it does lag a lot. Yeah. Well done pouncing on that free piece. Well, thank you. Yeah, okay. So yeah, PX defense. This move, yeah, so you can see, right? So ideally you want to, if you want to go for the black lion or the lion's defense or the anti-philidor's defense, it's knight to d7 first, then e5. So yeah, you would want to, like, for example, go like this, and more often than not your opponent will in this position come in here. And rarely do I find people exchanging. What I do find the most is this is the lion defense that I talk about. But my opponent, sorry, I for some reason played this move, and you can see how, like, immediately bad it is. Maybe here I should have just traded off and then played e5 and then hoped for a better position, because I've already put myself in like a very bad position. But I think I did manage to make some practical, like, choices here. Of course, like, again, the point of the queen here is to facilitate pawn push, because I couldn't play pawn push at the time that I did. I'm looking for, like, key. Okay, at this point in the game, just like, there's not really much to sequence after this move. That's why I'm trying to focus more on the opening. From this, it's just a clear cut, like, you are just converting into a win. And I slowly, like, played, I think, a decent position, allowed my opponent to trade off more pieces, give myself a fighting chance, and eventually we convert into a win. But here, yes, okay, here is where I missed it. Yeah, so here, this is a draw, isn't it? Rook c to c2. Wait, isn't this a draw? Check. Check, I come in here. Check, my opponent comes in here. And this is what I felt would be the draw. I forgot to mention that. This is what I did fear would be the draw. But why is it? Okay. I don't get what the... What other move do I have? Do I have a move that stops this? I'm sorry, let me use self-analysis. I'm using the wrong thing. I was thinking this was completely drawn. So let's go back. So here, queen d8. sorry, queen d8 is what I'm thinking. So queen d8, I come in here. The move I'm thinking saves me, I think leads me to checkmate, which is why I'm not so confident about it, but maybe it does work. But the move I was thinking about is this. But let's see, so queen here. Aha, so that is the move. Bishop, because now if king takes and I come in here, the queen cannot come back. But the queen can then join the defense, right? And what do we do here? Queen takes h5. How does the queen take h5? This is h5. How does? Oh, there's a different move that it's looking at. Yeah, so this is kind of like what I was thinking. But it seems we still win because we can simply go this way. And the reason why this wins is simply because my opponent is too far from the defense of these weaknesses, right? He can't actually deal with them, right? I don't have to push one. If I push one, he catches up, I think. And now we can simply come in here. And our opponent is actually stuck. He can't move in this position. If he tries to lock me out, I simply come in here. You can't move. Like anything you do at this point is just lost. So yeah, I was right about the bishop move. That did stop my opponent's assault. But that would have been a draw for my opponent. That would have been bad on my part. So yeah, all in all, I think that was a good game. Just that the opening is where I messed up. But I do, again, similar to, I'm not backing down what I said. In as much as, yes, sometimes you have to be uber precise in the opening, depending on like which opening you are playing. Sometimes you can sort of play anything, and you can still come up if you have a decent understanding in chess. I mean, definitely against a stronger opponent, they will find a way to get an advantage, but sometimes I think you are just fine. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, you can always like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. And you can join my streams. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Fridays is always the streamer versus viewer streams. You can always join me 10 a.m. GMT or 6 p.m. EST. And I will play you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I did say I'm working on this video. I'm struggling with the analysis. I don't know. I don't know if I focus too much on trying to be precise in understanding, but a lot of times when I look at the games, I don't understand half of what they are doing, right? I can try and figure it out, but it takes me a long time to analyze it, and I don't want to like bring something where I miss a lot of points. So I do have the games being worked on, but I just don't know if it's good enough. But whatever is the case, still remember Abdul Rahim Akintoye won the Zone 4.2 and in dominating fashion. Guys, thank you so much. If you got this far, I really do appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.